Hey guys, it's me Fathima Hudha Bedi and welcome back to another video. So right now I'm at MYOP to customize my own perfume, and I thought I'll take you guys along with me because it's Valentine's Day and everybody is searching for gifts, and one of the most common gifts that you give during Valentine's Day are definitely perfumes. And when you talk about perfumes, I did want you to impress your loved ones and I didn't want you to ruin your relationships by mispronouncing stuff. So I thought I'll introduce you to a few perfume related terminologies. And it's not just that, see, knowing about perfume and its lavish lingo is definitely going to be very impressive, whoever you're talking to. So let's learn a few terminologies related to perfumes. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you guys are the different concentrations when it comes to perfumes, because depending on the concentrations, perfumes can be given a term. You might have seen something like eau de toilette on top of perfume bottles, and you might have wondered, like, is it supposed to be used in the toilet? Why is there toilet written on a perfume bottle? So if you have ever wondered that, then I'm here to explain to you what exactly eau de toilette is. But before we explain what exactly eau de toilette is, these are all different names given to perfumes depending on the concentration of the perfume. So one thing, like the least concentrated among the perfumes are your body mist, your deodorants, your, like these hair mists and stuff. These are the least concentrated perfumes. Right after that comes eau de cologne. Now, eau de colognes or EDC are more concentrated than your regular deodorants and stuff, but is again on the lower concentrated perfumes, like it belongs to that side. The next one is EDT or eau de toilette. Now, if you're wondering why exactly it's named eau de toilette, it's because back in the day, there used to be this thing called toil. It was a cloth which was dipped in fragrance that people used to rub on their bodies to get rid of the stink. So those used to be the days that people don't really take a bath, I guess. And later on, we came across something called a toilet, which was a room for freshening up. And then the eau de toilette, the word comes from the fact that it's the water of the toilet. Yeah, that's, I think, the literal pronunciation, the literal translation. But it just means that it's a water used for freshening up, which is why they came up with the name eau de toilette. So it's kind of like related to toilet, but at the same time, not really related to toilet. That is eau de toilette, or if you don't want to sound fancy, then you can just say EDT instead of eau de toilette. Now, the more concentrated version than eau de toilette is EDP or eau de perfume. Now, if you're looking at men's perfume, you usually come across EDTs more. But if you're looking at women's perfume, you might come across more of EDPs or eau de perfume. Now, eau de perfume is a really concentrated one compared to the other variants that we talked about, but it's not too concentrated. Like, it's going to be slightly more expensive than EDT as well because it's more concentrated. And if you want to gift someone a perfume, then I would highly suggest you go for EDP because it lasts really long and it's a really nice thing to gift. Even EDP is pretty fine, but then EDT is pretty fine, but EDP would be my preference. Then finally, we have extract de perfume. This one's also called perfume, like extract de perfume and perfume. It's also called some extract. It's got a lot of names. The one that I know is extract de perfume, and it's also called perfume in my knowledge. And this one is the most concentrated one, and it's the most expensive one in the lot. So if you want to give a really expensive gift, then I highly suggest you go for perfume, extract de perfume. All right. So these are the different terms when you talk about the concentration of perfumes. So next time you see EDT, EDP, EDC, and extract de perfume and stuff, you must know what these are. Now let's talk about a few different other terms related to perfumes, including notes and accords. What are notes and accords? Now, notes are literally like a single ingredient of a perfume, while accords are like a mix of notes that make a particular type of fragrance. So why do you even need to know about this? Let me tell you that first. If you go to a store and if you want a particular type of perfume, you have to explain to them what exactly this perfume is. You will have to know a little bit. You will need a little bit of knowledge related to notes and accords, which is why I'm going to explain to you that. Even when you're ordering something from a website, this will come handy. So the first time you smell a perfume, like see, you go to a perfume store, you smell something, you will smell a particular fragrance. After a point of time, say after half an hour or 1 hour, it slightly differs, right? The smell can be a little different. And by the end of the day, it's a totally different smell. Why does this happen? This is because it's there are 3 different types of notes. I'm going to talk about the main 3 categories of notes. The first one is the top note, or the head note as they call it. So it's the top note or the head note, and this is the first smell that you come across when you smell a fragrance. And this will disappear after about 10 to 15 minutes. So after that, the top note will fade away, and then it'll move on to the second note. And the top notes are usually citrusy and flavors like lemon, orange, bergamot and stuff. These are the usual common top notes. And these are called top notes or head notes. And this is very important because this is the this gives you the first impression of a perfume. So which is why it's very important in a marketing perspective as well. So you need to make sure that these perfumes are very impressive by making some really impressive top notes. Then we have other note, the second note, which is the middle note or the heart note. Middle note or the heart note are like, this is the most prominent note in the category. And middle note and heart notes are usually floral. So things like rose, jasmine, and there's one more that is usually seen, lang lang. Lang lang, rose, and jasmine. These are very common middle notes. And then we have the final one, which is the base note. Now, base note is also called the signature note because this gives the soul to a perfume. Like, it's everything. This is what people will remember when you think about that particular perfume, and this is the most long-lasting one in the lot among the 3 different notes. Because see, the first one, the top note, the molecule size is going to be very small. So it evaporates pretty quickly, which is why you're able to smell that first. But when you talk about the base note, the density is really high. So this is the last one to evaporate, and this is the long-lasting one among the 3 different notes that we talked about. So these were the 3 different notes, and I hope you understood how and what these notes are, like top notes, base notes, middle notes and stuff. Now finally, accords. If you don't know what accords are, you might have come across terms like leather, like in the fragrance list, and leather, you might have wondered, like how do they make the leather fragrance? That is because those are accords. No, accords are not, there are things that you can't extract the smell of, such as leather. You can't extract the smell of a leather in order to add to perfumes, which is why you have accords, which is a mix of a lot of different notes that resemble a particular type of fragrance. So those are accords. Now, oh wait, I need to tell you what these are. Now, if you go to a perfume store, you might have seen coffee beans lying around, and if you've ever wondered what exactly these coffee beans are for in a perfume store, it's to neutralize the smell. So if you are, when you smell a lot of perfumes at the same time, you won't really get to smell the exact fragrance of a perfume because you will be confused. There's a lot of smell, and then it's just confusing. So you can get to smell the actual perfume, which is why you need to neutralize the smell by smelling something like a coffee bean, which will help you understand the smell of the fragrance very well. The smell of the fragrance is the same thing, but the fragrance very well. So that's that. I hope you guys have, a clear idea about everything related to perfume at this point, to a point that you know what are notes, accords, the different fancy terms like eau de cologne, eau de toilette, eau de perfume and stuff. So that was it. If you want to know more about the courses that we provide at English House, including our IELTS coaching, our communicator course and so on, you can click on the link below. Also, if you want to know about our newly launched English House Junior app, you have 3 days free trial. You can check that out as well. Now let me go and buy some perfume for myself and gift myself something very special. That's it. Bye-bye.
English House. English at your fingertips.